Welcome back to Minnie Makes. My name is Callie, and today we're going to be making Funfetti cookies. So these cookies are easy to make, they're delicious, and they take no time at all to put together, and you are absolutely going to love them. If you are a fan of birthday cake desserts like I am, then these cookies are for you, and I can't wait to share this recipe with you. So let's get right into it, but before we begin, as always, please remember to subscribe, like, share, chat in the comment section, and follow me on social media for more recipes and additional content. So these are the ingredients that we're going to be using. I have some brown sugar, granulated sugar, some flour, baking powder. I have 1 egg, salt, and in here I have a tiny bit of almond extract, which is optional. However, I highly recommend it if you have it. It adds a lot of kind of pizzazz and personality to these cookies, but if you don't have it, you could omit it. I also have a little bit of vanilla and a bunch of sprinkles, of course, melted butter, and that's it. Okay, so go ahead and get your oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit because like I said, these cookies take no time at all. So first things first, let's just grab all of our dry ingredients. So I have my flour, my baking powder. To that, I'm gonna add some kosher salt, of course. And just give this a quick whisk until all the ingredients are nice and incorporated. Okay, great. So I'm gonna set that aside. We're gonna move on to our wet ingredients, which of course includes both types of sugar. Into the sugar, I'm gonna throw in the melted butter. So I had a version of this recipe where I would brown the butter just to kind of, give them a little bit more, like I said earlier, pizzazz and personality. But I decided not to. I just decided to keep this recipe just very simple because I just think it's that kind of recipe. You know what? I'm gonna switch to my spatula to kind of break up some of this brown sugar. So I'm just going to, of course, give this a whisk until everything is nice and homogeneous. Okay, this looks good. So next, I'm gonna throw in my egg, and I'm gonna give this a whisk. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna throw in my flour along with my vanilla and my almond extract, and I'm going to, again, just give everything a stir until it's nice and combined. Okay, so now that all my ingredients are mixed together, I'm just gonna add in my sprinkles, and you could really use as many sprinkles as you'd like. Okay, so now that my batter is ready, I'm just taking an ice cream scoop. This is optional, you can just use a spoon or your hands. And I'm just gonna put some dollops of batter all over this parchment covered, or this baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Okay, so now that these are ready to go into the oven, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bake these for about 9 or 10 minutes, and you're gonna notice that the cookies are still going to look kind of undercooked, and that's the trick to the perfect cookie, is under baking of the cookie. And the reason for that is because once you take the cookies out of the oven, the residual heat from the cookie is gonna continue to kind of bake the cookie, and once they set, the cookie is gonna be kind of like crispy on the outside and super soft and almost kind of, I don't wanna say molten, but very chewy in the center, and it is just the perfect texture, so do not skip this step. So into the oven, these cookies go for about 9 or 10 minutes, and I will show you, because I'm gonna give you a close-up of what these look like once they're done. Okay, so 9 minutes later and a few minutes of cooling after that, and this is what you get. You get these absolutely beautiful cookies that are crispy on the exterior and soft and chewy on the interior, and they're just absolutely amazing. So, as always, for the full written recipe and instructions, head to my blog, minniemakes.com. I'll put the link for that in the description box below. Click on the link, the recipe will come right up, and make these Funfetti cookies. I promise you're gonna love them, and let me know what you think because I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.